So y'all know how we're gonna start it. All right, we're gonna start out with Miss Congeniality. It was voted on by her sisters. Miss Congeniality goes to Reba C. Newton. Presentation, which was not scored but voted on by our judges. Presentation goes to contestant one, Sakaya Jamasi. Let's get on down. All right, the first one we're going to give out is interview. Who has my interview award? Presented by the lovely Miss USA Unlimited at Large 2022 Miss David Christian. Your interview winner is contestant number one, Zakia Jamasi. Next up, we've got evening gown. Who has the evening gown? Oh, the ever so beautiful Miss USA Unlimited 2022, Nisha Campbell Star. The winner of evening gown goes to contestant number one, Zakia. Last but not least, talent. Who's got my talent? Who's got talent? Oh, presented by the ever so debonair Mr. USA Unlimited at Large 2022, Bo Bishop. The winner of talent tonight goes to contestant number 7, Samantha Lynn. With that being said, your second alternate is contestant number 5, Vanessa Vega. Your first alternate before you do that drum roll. I need to let everybody in this building know there was a 1-point difference between first alternate and the winner of this USA Unlimited Classic. Your first alternate goes to contestant number 1, Zakia Jamasi. The time is now. The winner and newly crowned Miss USA Unlimited Classic 2022 is Samantha Lynn.
Hello, everybody. I hope y'all are doing well. I wanted to start the night off with a recap of the contest. I know people were expecting me to go live right after the contest, but I could not go live. One, I want to make it very clear that in no way am I mad for taking an L. I've taken lots of L's, but I was in my feelings on Saturday night and Sunday and Monday. And then I was even more in my feelings on Tuesday, but I've been processing my feelings. And I did not want to come off as a sore loser because I'm not a sore loser. But I believe in fairness. I have integrity. That I'm a system owner, actually two systems, Sweetheart and Nations. And I'm also a voice for the community. So it's not for me to really speak when I have an attitude because I'm a Capricorn. So if I have an attitude, it ain't gonna be good. So I needed to take some time for me to process. Plus, I was also taking time to give the system an opportunity to correct whatever it was that they were going to correct. Um, I want to start off by like thanking some folks. So I really want to thank Chloe and Chloe's Custom Cosmetics. She backstaged me the entire weekend. She was amazing. My promoter Chopsticks, I want to thank you. Austin St. James, I really, 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 really appreciate you, brother. And I know that you feel like you are in a difficult position, but regardless of your decision, I love you regardless because I know you love me, and the outcome of the contest had nothing to do with you. The way things were handled, the unprofessionalism, none of those things have anything to do with you. You did everything that you could do for me. You advocated for me. You got last minute things that I needed that I couldn't find that you found in Hickory. So I appreciate you and I love you, King. Thank you so much. I want to thank Q for my hair. I also want to thank Chloe for refreshing Q's work. Summer Breeze, I want to thank you for my beautiful, beautiful presentation. So thank you so much for that. And my son, David Montoya, I want to thank him for my talent costume and my crowning look. I love you, son, and you always, always, always do an amazing job for me. And last but definitely not least, I want to thank um, Devon Dickerson Diamond. And for those of you who may not know, me and Devon had kind of like not been speaking, and we have been being stubborn and throwing each other shade, but it spoke volumes to me. His live feed that he did, advocating for fairness and speaking out on unlimited. You know, that took a lot of strength and courage. And most of the times I'm always advocating for folks. So it felt really good to have someone advocating for me for a change. And Devon, I thank you for that. There were a lot of things that Devon said that were definitely on point. And what I want to do is, I guess, really like everything that he said was complete, true, and accurate. He was definitely sitting there the whole entire time. But y'all came to hear really about my experience at Unlimited. So here we go. So I specifically went to go do the contest, one, because I was really going to retire from pageants. And my nephew, Chopsticks, he was really adamant about wanting to see me compete because all the time that I've been doing pageants, he's always been prepping me and helping and stoning at home, but he was never old enough to really go to the pageants. So now that he's grown and he can go to the pageants, y'all, I got a lot of lights on me and it's hot. Now that he's grown and can go to the pageants, I have decided to retire or just really take a long sabbatical just because of foolishness with pageantry and also foolishness with preparation for pageantry, like with designers and hairstylists and all that, paying for stuff that you don't get or you got to hound people down to get when you're spending your money. So it's very frustrating. So he wanted to see me do the pageant. He brought the prelim for me to do the pageant. I had many years ago, I was in North Carolina FFI under the leadership of Nancy Newton at Club Cabaret. So it was my experience from many years ago that I was feeling like I was going to be on a safe and fair playing field. when I decided to go ahead and do unlimited. Um, upon getting to the pageant, I will say that the fellowship was amazing. The networking was amazing. I got to see so many people that I had not seen in a long time. Um, I mended some relationships. Some relationships were broken because some people showed me who their true selves were, and that a lot of times God will reveal to you people who are not meant to be in your life, or they'll take them right on out of your life. So it was some people that I thought was cool that I really realized weren't really cool, who were trying to railroad me in the contest as well. Um, the hotels were subpar. All the selections were, really subpar. But we made it do what it do. When I got to the club, it was really refreshing, first and foremost, because like I said, I had not been to Club Cabaret in many, many moons. So it was amazing to go in, to see Nancy, all of that. Now, when we really get down to the contest, like I said, I'm never bitter about taking a loss. I've lost so many pageants that it makes no sense before I even begin to win. And pageantry for me is not like my way of living. It is just a hobby that I enjoy, and it's an expensive hobby. So when I compete, I expect, to be judged fairly, and for there to be critiques or comments on my score sheets that reflect constructive criticism for me to do better in a competition the next time. So being an owner of two systems, one, if a contestant, a customer of your business brings to your attention some issues that show inconsistency within scoring. So I just want to share with y'all my score sheet. So we're gonna do that. And so I hope y'all can see that. So this score sheet is from Bobby Dupree, and they put all your scores put all your category scores on one sheet. So that score sheet is from Bobby Dupree. So in interview, you can get 50 points. You looked wonderful, beautiful, very classic. He said, I can't really understand what he said, but I got 50 points from him. 48 points in talent. Your lip sync was fabulous. Great job. Loved. Great. Evening gown, absolute beautiful. And then, if you look at the sheet, he gave me a 50 because 50 is the possible points you can get in interview per judge. 50 is the possible points that you can get from each judge in talent, and then 25 points per judge in evening gown. So if you look, he gave me a 50 when he really should have gave me a 25. And when we get to the master score sheet, I'll address that a little later. But I just want to go through all the score sheets. Now, Mark Madison, this is the judge that Devon mentioned. And Mark Madison, with me with the pen terribly, he had to, he always had, what do you mean by hot face and smile? I don't understand. In talent, he said that I was off on my words. And out of 50 points, he took 12 and gave me a 38. In interview, he said, nice look, felt like a conversation, not an interview. And he took off a point for some reason in that. And then in evening gown, he said, great modeling, beautiful, great accessories. Then he said, nice modeling again, and then a hot face. And then something about a buckling in front, and which, yeah, my gown did buckle a little bit in the front. And then they said zipper. He said zipper looked off. Now, my zipper was sewn up. You really couldn't even see my zipper. But at the end of the day, that's your decision or your opinion. So I'm just trying to show you the scores. So like this is from Sebastian Armonti. I got a 50 in interview, 48 in talent, 25 in gown. This is from Kevin Colson, 49 in interview, 46 in talent, 24 in gown. So really pretty good scores other than Mark Madison. This is Jessica, a 50 in interview, 48 in talent, 25 in evening gown. So if y'all see, I had like really good scores. So I'm going to play a little bit of Devon's interview, and then I'm going to talk about some of those points.
On Friday, everyone comes do the pageant on Friday. The girls do talent. And then the boys did interview and formal wear the first night, which is Friday. No issues. Okay, made it through that. Now we get to Saturday when you start crowning the winner. My first issue was in this system they allow ranking. So ranking is what a judges perceive you should be against the other contestants. So to me, I don't like ranking at all because it's what a judge believes. It's not what's factually a statement that's written on the score sheet. It's what a judge actually believes you should sit. So if I don't like your talent, even though your talent is what you chose to present, if I don't agree with your talent, I can put you dead last because I don't like your talent. That's not fair to anybody else. If you knew your words, which we'll get to that too, if you know your words and you know your choreography, then you should rank high in talent. When they start calling out the results of the pageant, the two talent winners didn't know their words or their choreography. So y'all go back and look who won talent. They didn't know their talent or their choreography. And my thing, if it is, which I'm confused at, has talent now moved to a position where it's not about the mechanics, it's only about what entertains you. And what I mean by that is I'll say me, I was always taught that when you do talent, your clothes should be pressed, you should know your words, you should know your choreography, and you should be able to entertain. These are three things you should be able to do when it comes to your talent. When I saw those talents on Friday and Saturday, and then y'all tell us the two talent winners, neither one of them knew their words, neither one of them pressed their clothes. So there's no way these people should be ranked high in talent. But the way the judges did it, they were ranked high in talent. I understand how that could be if you don't know your words and you don't know your choreography.
So you heard what he was talking about when they talked about rankings. So now I want to show you all like the master score sheet. The master sheet. Hold on one second. There we go. So this is the talent master sheet. If you can see, let me get my little notes. If you can see, they said Samantha Chilton had a 242, Tiffany had a 242, I had a 228 in talent. So when you look at it, I was third in talent. Like Devon said, the ranking system is a mess because the judge actually on his sheet, instead of ranking me where I was right behind them, he decided that he wanted to rank me sixth. You couldn't see it? So he ranked me 6. So with ranking, they really can do whatever they want to do. So it's never really going to be a fair playing field. So as Devon stated, we were downstairs in the dressing room. We noticed all of these discrepancies with the score sheets. And the same way, like I showed you that 50 on that first score sheet, that really should have been a 25. When you look at my evening gown score, they corrected that, but they left the 38 alone. So they pick and choose what they want to, fix. I think that when I had this conversation with Buck downstairs in the dressing room, I showed him the scores. He, as Devon said, that he saw that it wasn't right, it wasn't fair. He told me that he didn't know what to do, but they needed to figure it out and make some kind of decision or some type of resolution. I also, after, make sure I got it right, because it's starting to make me feel some type of way thinking about it. So after that, they had us in the club, had me downstairs in the club till probably about something to 4 in the morning, because they were back and forth in the room, like Devon said, having conversations, trying to figure out what they were going to do. I didn't know all of the backstory about Seymour Chilton, the clothes and all of that, so I'm not privy to any of that other than what Devon said. But I was told that they knew that something wasn't right. 3 of the judges had issues with the outcome of the pageant, and so it was a lot of controversy. So they could never come up with a resolution. They said that they needed to speak to Mark Madison before they could make a decision. So, okay, I leave. Oh, let me not forget. They give me a check for my first runner-up prize money. Excuse me. And then they have the audacity when I go to when I ask them where can I cash it, because they tell me we have to go upstairs and cash it. And then they tell me that they don't have any more money to cash the check. So I'm asking them, will it clear? Because I'm really not worried about cashing a check right away anyway, because I came prepared and didn't need prize money or first runner-up prize money to get home. But I just really wanted to make sure that it would clear. Because if y'all that faulty and I'm looking for my fan, y'all. If y'all that faulty and will do what y'all did, I just want to make sure that the check is going to clear. Anytime somebody tell you it's a 1-point difference, my experience is always some foolishness. Yeah, it's always some foolishness. It took me back. It took me back to Miss Godfrey's, honey, when I heard that 1-point difference. But I'm glad that I'm a child of God and that I'm better and in a different headspace. But I wouldn't suggest that anybody go and do unlimited. Unlimited is not fair. Unlimited basically told me that they were going to just uphold the scores that were there. That was wrong. So how do I go from being 3rd place in scores on the master score sheet to letting a judge rank me to 6th? And then nitpick me in every category. Like every category, judge number 3 took off points for something. He nitpicked me in every category. And then they tell you that you can talk to your judges and they'll help you connect with them so that you can ask them about anything that they wrote on their sheets. And if you look, Judge 3, every time he would get me for something. And these are the master sheets. This is the master score sheet that they have not posted yet. And and she had a 599. I had a 598. And then also with ranking, like after a contestant drops out, because Tiffany dropped out. So with ranking, when Tiffany dropped out, all her scores should have left out. And then that would have moved people up in rank, which would have given more points. So Unlimited is a mess. And I hate to be a business owner talking about another system, but if you're just gonna blatantly cheat and do whatever it is that you want to do, you should really just have like a crowning ceremony and crown whoever it is that you want to crown and not waste people's times. And then if you're really in this place of trying to rebirth and rebrand the system, then you all need to have some integrity and do what's right. I think that you also need to have some systems in place. You need to have people who are capable and qualified to do the job and who knows what they're doing. Um, you need to have checks and balances, because when when three judges give a contestant 48 points out of 50, another one gives her a 46, and then there's a 38, and you telling me I'm off on my words. And that's the wrong thing to tell me, that I'm off on my words, because I don't get on stage if I don't know my words. So don't tell me that. And then this whole video footage of me doing my performance. And like Devon said, I knew my words. My garments were pressed. I knew my choreography. They ended up cashing the check at the bar, Nikki. So I left with cash. So they just need some administrators. They have no administrators. They have no knowledge of what they're doing. And if you're going to cheat, then let contestants just run for free. I felt like they played in my face. But it is what it is. So at the end of the day, I just would really encourage folks to stay away from Hickory, North Carolina. Anything's unlimited. And I think that Unlimited has a lot of work to do. In fairness, now, if you just want to spend your money and get on stage just to get just yes, Theo, 1 point, it was a shade. So if you just want to spend your money and do a pageant and get on stage, then by all means do it. But the way that ranking stuff is set up, it is set up where a judge could potentially do whatever it is that they want to do. Trent, I'm not sure. I know they got a history of a lot of craziness. One of their representatives, or former representatives, is on Kira. She had some experience during her reign. But with ranking and them, they can do whatever it is they want to do, and they really don't have no. I love you too, Gemini. Okay. Oh wow, that's too much. I don't want to get into all that. But the experience was not a good one. It did not leave a really good taste in my mouth. And best of luck to the two that they crowned. Like, how do you win two of the three categories and they let someone pencil whip you? And then it shows you just how much attention they were paying, because look at the trophy that they gave me. So they just weren't paying no attention all the way around. It's poorly ran. They definitely need some administrators to Missy said they were late boots. Probably, I believe it. But they definitely need some administrators. I would definitely never ever go back. I'm going back into my shell from pageants. I did that for my nephew. When I get an itch or hair, I'll do another one. I'm not one to run a whole bunch of pageants. I run stuff because I want to be a part of it. And I wanted to yield my name to Unlimited to help them grow and help them build and rebrand. Because one, I love Nancy Newton, but this Buck and Levi is a character because they wouldn't even return phone calls. I was like messaging them, like they was all so eager to fix it when I was there. But it's like the next day when I left, it was like they just was not responding, not answering, all of that. So I just wouldn't encourage anybody to go there. Um, you all have free will to do what it is that you want to do. But these folks, like Devon said, they don't care. And they just blatantly will do whatever it is that they want to do and crown whoever it is that they want to crown. So if you got some money to waste, hey, then go to Hickory. But if you want a fair chance, then if you are at large contestants, please join us April the 16th. For Miss Sweetheart International Plus, you can inbox me, and then you can inbox any of the leaders of the nations, Tarico, Infinity, Lisa, Carlos Over Dupree, or Monica Christina Diamond, if you are interested in nations pageants. I love y'all. This is the last thing I'm going to say about that. I'm going to take these wicked trophies and put them somewhere along with that sash, get those demons out of my house, and y'all have an amazing and fabulous day.